I'm about to beat the shit out of this dude.
Can Garcia stun the boxing world?
Kind of lit a fire under me.
And it's over! Ryan Garcia!
It's either gonna be my burial or my resurrection.
Fight week pressure has been building, and Ryan says the criticism around boxing pushed him into a different mindset. With 3 days to go, he's framing this as a make-or-break moment, and he's coming in talking like he wants to hurt Barrios early.
Knockout. Brian's gonna win. Again, unless you have a cannon, good luck, brother. You have a cannon? Okay. You don't have a cannon? You're gonna be hit by one. That's the truth.
Right after that, Ryan's father and trainer, Henry Garcia, jumps in with a cold, confident prediction, basically saying there's only one way Barrios survives, and he doesn't think Barrios has it, which makes the whole fight feel even more tense.
Hey, you know what? I think it's a perfect fight for Ryan. I think when you look at the guys that hold the championships, you can look, I believe he has a chance to win this, bro, and become a world champion for the first time in his career. I think it's the perfect opponent when you look at all the other champions. If he can't win this fight, I think it'd be hard pressed for him to win a title. You know, if he's ever gonna win a title in boxing, it's a perfect setup for him, because I just believe when you look at the power of Barrios, it's not really devastating. You know, when you look at his boxing ability, he's a good fighter, but nothing really sticks out as great. You know, I just think he's a solid fighter, but I just don't think he's the best champion out there right now today. Solid fighter, has a belt, but I just don't think he has anything when you look at knockout power, extreme boxing ability, other than his heart and his toughness. You know, I don't know what else sticks out for Barrios, and I just believe, you know, Ryan Garcia has the advantages in this fight. He's younger, he has the power, he has the speed. He just has to execute.
Antonio Tarver lays it out like this is Ryan's cleanest path to a real belt, breaking down why he thinks Barrios is tough but not scary enough to stop Ryan if Ryan stays sharp.
No, he may get a title shot, but like I said, I think if he can't beat Mario Barrios, it's going to be hard to beat any of those other champions, you know, that's carrying belts right now. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. He has the best chance that I think he probably going to have. You know what I mean? If he don't get it done here, it'd probably be hard pressed. But if he can pull this off, I think that rights a lot of wrong in Ryan Garcia's career, man. He holds a belt, an established belt, and he can, man, the sky's the limit with a Ryan Garcia holding a belt in boxing, a real legitimate, recognizable belt. It just puts him up there with the stars, bro. For real, for real.
Then Tarver doubles down and makes it feel even more high stakes, saying this is the moment that either saves Ryan's title dreams or basically closes the door on them.
So I can't wait until this fight, till the little smoke clear, and the winner of this fight, if it's Ryan Garcia, man, has a bright, bright future. And I think, like I said, it's still one of the rawest talents out there, bro. He just got to get it all together, get it all clicking. And I think Ryan can be one of those type of fighters that, you know, we see accomplish a lot more than a lot of people thought when he first got into the game.
Tarver starts looking past the smoke, teasing what a win would mean long-term, and hinting that Ryan's future could explode if everything finally clicks on fight night.
You know what I mean? We know Ryan don't have the best footwork, so maybe, you know, he can probably make him fight off his back foot, trap him, bang him out on the ropes maybe. You know, make it a real dog fight for him. But he can't let Ryan get in his rhythm, get that jab working combination punches to the body, to the head. You know, I don't know how elusive Barrios can be when he's in there with an offensive killer like Ryan Garcia. You know, you're going to have to hit him with some stuff to freeze him up. You know what I mean? He's going to have to land that early, get his respect early, maybe, you know, land a shot, maybe hurt Ryan early. I think that leads and lends to him being victorious. But if it don't happen early, it's going to be hard pressed, I believe, for him to get out of there with a victory.
Tarver flips it to Barrios' side and maps out the one lane to victory, saying Barrios has to disrupt Ryan early and turn it into a rough, messy fight before Ryan gets comfortable. He's basically warning that if Barrios lets Ryan find his timing, the fight starts slipping away fast. That's why he keeps coming back to the first few rounds, because they decide the whole tone of the night. Barrios has to make Ryan fight under pressure, not at his own pace. If he can't do that early, Tarver makes it sound like Barrios is in for a long, dangerous night.
That would be the perfect game plan, but Barrios doesn't have that type of energy. He doesn't fight with that type of, he's a real patient fighter. You know, he really just goes with however his guy is going. He hasn't really taken over the fight. You know what I mean? He sits there sometime and let guys, you know, stay in there longer than maybe they should, when he's the far better fighter. You know what I mean? He fights down to the competition a lot of times, so to speak, just like he did against, you know, aging Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? He fought down. I think if he would have stayed in the Eiffel Tower, maybe pressed the old guy a little bit harder, made him fight a little faster. You know what I mean? Have a perfect game plan for an aging fighter. You know what I mean? And he didn't perform, or he didn't execute like that on that fight. So he's going to have to bring it back together, man, again. You know what I'm saying? Even though he got away with that draw, but a lot of people felt that decision could have went to Manny Pacquiao. A lot of people probably wouldn't have argued.
Tarver calls out Barrios' usual calm pace and warns that if Barrios comes in passive again, Ryan will take control fast and the night could slip away. He's saying Barrios can't afford to ease into this one because Ryan's speed and power don't give you that time. The longer Barrios waits, the more confident Ryan gets, and that's when the openings start showing. Tarver makes it feel like one slow stretch could change everything in a blink, so Barrios has to raise the urgency and take risks, even if it gets uncomfortable. Otherwise, Tarver is basically hinting that this could turn into a one-way fight.
But I think you could see in my energy, my demeanor, and my shape that I'm in, that you could tell I prepared myself well. And I hope to present that come February 21st.
After weeks of talk, Ryan starts pointing to the little details that usually tell the real story. He's saying you can see it in how he's carrying himself, not just what he's saying. The way he's moving and breathing looks like a guy who actually did the work. He sounds calm, but it's that calm that feels dangerous. He keeps bringing it back to fight night, like he's saving the real message for the ring. And with February 21 closing, he's trying to make people believe he's coming in differently. It feels like he wants everyone to notice the change before the first bell even rings.
I watched that fight, and I watched it once. It was hard for me to even want to look back at it because I wasn't even present in the fight. But then I looked, I'm like, you know, yeah, look it. It looked disinterested in that fight. But that motherfucker still didn't really hit me. You know, that's one thing he didn't. I don't want to repeat that, and I committed to myself and my dad that I will be the best version of myself every time I step out there, and I want to present to the people, whoever.
Then Ryan goes back to the Raleigh-Romero fight, and you can hear how much it still bothers him. He talks like watching it again was almost worse than living it. He admits he looked checked out, like he wasn't really there mentally, but he also makes it clear he doesn't want that version of him to ever show up again. This is him drawing a line, saying that the mistake ends now, and he frames this camp like a promise, not just a training plan. The tone shifts into something serious, like he's done making excuses.
Man, everything that's good in my life is when it's guided by God, my instincts, and not kind of pushed from anything else, like no outer source, whether it be money, whether it be trying to please somebody, whether it be, you know, any other motive other than myself, God, and my instincts and my heart. So, you know, my instinct, my heart said, you know what, I'm gonna bring back my dad. You know, I feel like I got so much knowledge from all three of those coaches, and all displayed in you know, certain things that I may have been missing. And I think I've gotten what I needed out of those trainers, and through my journey of becoming a better fighter. And my dad has been there for the whole ride, so he soaked in all that knowledge, and now we're ready just to be a father-son duo and take over.
Ryan shifts into a deeper mindset, like he's explaining what truly drives him. He says when things are right in his life, they're guided from within, not outside noise. He makes it sound like he's done chasing approval and distractions. That's where he brings his dad back into the picture, like a decision made from the heart. He's saying the journey taught them both, and now it's time to use it. And he sells the idea like a father-son run that's about to shock people. It comes off like he's betting on trust and instinct more than anything.
Nah, I don't think so at all. I mean, like I said, I've picked his brain. I'm a very observant person. When I'm around a trainer, I observe everything they do. Their movement, why they say this. I question a lot of things. So if anything, I know what they're doing. And it kind of seems like he's disinterested in this fight. But I think because he's been through a lot of wars, he's taken a lot of punches, you know, that spark is like, damn, I gotta do it again. Like, this is gonna suck. Like, You know, that's kind of what I seen in him, though.
Ryan starts talking about trainers and strategy in a really calculating way. He's basically saying he watches everything, picks up patterns, and learns fast. So when Barrios brings in Joe Goosen, Ryan doesn't sound worried at all. He flips it and suggests Joe looks tired of the grind, like the fire isn't the same. That's a bold thing to say, and it adds another layer of tension to the matchup. Ryan is trying to paint Barrios' corner as solid, but not hungry. It's like he's calling their bluff before they even step in the ring.
As best as I can, okay? As best as that will be displayed on fight night. I don't think a fighter can change that much stylistically wise. Now, I'm not saying that top form is different, or they're sharper, timing better, more in it, you know, that's different. We don't know what kind of Marbar is coming, but we do know how he usually fights, and most of the time, it doesn't sway off that, you know, too much. And when you make a change right away, like when I had takeout, right? This is all I could pull from it. When I switched to Joe Goosen takeout, it was kind of like my timing was off. I'm trying to do that I don't usually do. And so it's hard to fit in exactly what he wants you to fit in until later. Like he f***ed up. Because you shouldn't go into a fight like this right off the back off a change. And now I'm on fire. Like, yeah, I had that bad form, but like that still got me in some type of shape to get in for the next one. And now I'm like, damn, let's go all the way.
Then Ryan breaks down why sudden changes right before a big fight can backfire. He talks like timing and rhythm don't just magically adjust overnight. He hints that even if Barrios tries something new, his habits usually show up anyway. Ryan uses his own experience to explain how awkward a fresh switch can feel at first. It's almost like he's warning Barrios not to gamble with a new style too late, and he ends that thought sounding fired up, like he's ready to punish any hesitation. The message feels clear. Any early confusion will get you hurt.
He got them heels on. Like his head and frame face is big, but like his body ain't. You ain't making 147 if that head matches that body. That's cute. He do got that look though. Thick bone. I gotta break this.
Ryan gets oddly specific and starts sizing Barrios up like a problem to solve. He talks about frame, weight, and how hard it is to look right at 147. It's the kind of detail fighters focus on when they're locked in and studying everything. He makes Barrios sound thick and strong, not someone who fades easily, but the way he says it feels like he's already planning where the damage will happen. It adds this gritty feeling like he's preparing for a rough, physical fight. You can almost hear him picturing the fight in slow motion.
If history repeats itself and patterns show, I knock out these type of people, taller people, like, but in disgusting fashion. Every time I've sparred a taller guy, fought a taller guy, they just get clipped and just boom. Maybe because they're a little bit more higher and I gotta hit them, like, I don't know. But that's kind of what I've noticed in my lifetime, and every time I've fought a taller person.
Then Ryan leans into a pattern he believes in, like history is on his side. He starts talking about taller opponents and how they always end up getting caught. It's not just confidence. It's like he's replaying past moments in his head. He makes it sound sudden too, like one clip changes everything. That kind of talk builds suspense because it suggests a violent turning point, and he's basically telling you he expects the same ending again. It feels like he's trying to speak a knockout into existence.
Yeah, well, just like 3 losses, you know, it's like, that's like complete, like you're just a complete loser now. You know what I mean? Like 2 is like, damn, but 3's definitely complete loser.
Ryan gets real about pressure and how people judge fighters. He talks like the sport doesn't forgive you once the losses start stacking. You can hear he hates the idea of being labeled or written off, so this fight starts sounding personal, like he's fighting the stigma too. He's making it clear he doesn't want to slide into that 3 losses zone, and that's why he says he's emptying the tank this time. It lands like he knows this night could change how people talk about him.
No, I think, I'm being nice to him. I think he's gonna be a grueling fight for his ass. Like, he's about to be cut up, bloody, all that. I'm ready to get in there, like, let's get to it. Like, let's start throwing them legs. That's why I said we need 8 ounce.
To wrap it up, Ryan turns the mood dark and intense, like he's already picturing the damage. He describes the fight as if it's going to get ugly, not clean boxing. The way he says it feels like he wants chaos and is comfortable inside it. He sounds eager to trade, like he's craving that moment where everything breaks open. It's the kind of line that makes the fight feel dangerous, not just competitive, and it leaves you thinking he's coming to hurt Barrios, not just outpoint him. The energy here feels like a warning more than a prediction.
Here's my prediction. I think Ryan Garcia knocks out Mario Barrios.
Right after that, Showbiz the adult jumps in with a bold prediction and starts framing this matchup around one thing that changes fights fast: speed. He paints Barrios as a guy who can be steady and tough, but not fast enough to keep up when the pace gets ugly. Then he points at Ryan as the rare type of puncher who doesn't just hit hard, he gets there first. The scary part is how he describes it. Like once Ryan lands clean, Barrios won't have time to reset or breathe. He builds the tension by making it sound like Barrios is walking into something he can't slow down. And the way he says it, it feels less like a debate and more like a warning before the storm hits.
Whoever God wants to win.
Yeah, but who do you think's, what did you think of Ryan's power at 147? You know, is he as good a puncher as he was in the lower weights? You feel like that carried up all the way?
I don't think he hit me once.
Right. I mean, you felt it on the right hand all the times you caught it, the left hook.
I mean, let's be honest. Did he hit me? No.
Say again?
He didn't hit me, so I don't know.
Raleigh Romero, the past opponent of Ryan Garcia, steps in with a calm but slightly sarcastic tone, almost brushing off the whole power debate. When the topic shifts to Ryan's strength at 147, Raleigh doesn't hesitate and keeps his answers short and sharp. He talks like someone who already shared the ring with him and came away unimpressed. There's pride in the way he says it, like he's defending his own toughness. The exchange feels tense because he refuses to give Ryan even a little credit, and that denial only adds more suspense to the question everyone is asking about Ryan's power at this weight.
Barrios, any money stops Garcia. I am 100% confident. Taking bets.
Conor Benn comes in with total confidence and doesn't even hesitate. He speaks like someone who truly believes this fight ends inside the distance. There's no careful breakdown or long analysis, just a straight prediction that flips the whole narrative. The way he says it adds tension, like he sees something others are ignoring. It feels bold, almost risky, especially with so much hype around Ryan. And when a fighter says it that firmly, it makes the matchup feel even more explosive. It also raises the stakes because now it sounds like someone expects real damage, not just a close fight. That kind of statement sticks in your head heading into fight night.
If somebody has a game plan for the hook, he's gonna get beat.
Who wins? Barrios or Ryan Garcia?
I don't know. Ryan kind of turned me off at that Rolly fight.
Didn't you say something about where he was training? Because I mentioned it too, that he would look like he was training in his house.
Yeah.
But he could be trolling.
Yeah.
And really training.
No, it look like he's in the gym now.
Yeah.
It look like he's in the gym. He look like he's trimming down. He look like he's in shape now.
Definitely looking in shape.
Yeah, he definitely like he's getting smaller. He's trimming down. I was looking at his pictures. I'm like, yeah, he like he's getting ready to fight. But what turned me off about Ryan was when I was watching him and Rolly, like ringside. It looked like Rolly froze him. Like after the second, third round, Rolly dropped him. It looked like he was very hesitant. Like, and it looked like all he was looking for was that hook. Like he was waiting for that hook. Ryan is a super talented fighter, but IQ-wise, he only knows but few things. Like he's always gonna resort back to that hook. And if Barrios comes to the right game plan, with the right game plan, it's gonna be the same. If somebody has a game plan for the hook, he's gonna get beat.
Richardson Hitchens steps in with a measured but serious take on the fight. He makes it clear that talent alone will not be enough this time. There's a sense that he's watching Ryan closely and looking for real adjustments, not just confidence. He hints that if Ryan comes in the same way he always does, it could backfire badly. The tone feels analytical but still tense, like he sees small flaws that could turn into big problems. And by leaning toward Barrios under certain conditions, he adds a layer of doubt that makes this matchup even more unpredictable.
See, I don't know if Ryan focused or not, so it's like really hard for me to like really know like how that fight is gonna go. Like I feel like if Ryan's focused and he's really training, then it's gonna be a good fight. I think I can see Ryan winning. You know what I mean? But if he's not focused, then I can see Mario winning. You know, it's possible. It's a possibility that Marios can win. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. We don't know what Ryan be getting, man. You know, Ryan be all over the place. So I'm not really sure. But if Ryan focused and he actually locked in, I can see Ryan winning.
The tension only rises from there. Tiger Johnson did not hesitate when he shared his view. He believes this fight will come down to discipline more than talent. In a matchup this intense, even one small lapse can flip everything in seconds. Barrios is steady, patient, and always ready to take advantage of mistakes. Ryan has the speed and power, but that means nothing if his mind is somewhere else. The spotlight will be bright, the pressure heavy, and the stakes higher than ever. If focus slips for even a moment, the outcome could shock a lot of people.
And Barrios is disciplined enough to watch the Romero tape, armed with Joe Goosen, to maybe win this fight by an upset. I'm definitely thinks he has a real chance of winning this fight.
As the debate continues, Sean Zittel adds another strong voice to the conversation. He points to Barrios' discipline as the key factor that could shape the entire fight. In his view, structure and patience can break even the most explosive fighters. Barrios does not rush, does not panic, and sticks to the plan round after round. That kind of control can slowly drain the energy and confidence out of an opponent. Ryan may have the flash and speed, but this is the kind of matchup where mistakes get punished fast. If the fight turns into a test of focus and fundamentals, Zittel believes Barrios has a very real path to victory.
Mario Barrios versus Ryan Garcia. Who you got in that fight?
Oh man. You know what? It's a difficult decision because it depends on what Ryan shows up. If the explosive, fast, and strong Ryan shows up, he's got a really good chance.
He's got it. He's the champion.
However, if
Barrios got the belt,
Mario Barrios uses his experience, which he has, and we see the Ryan that fought Rollies, for example,
right,
then Barrios would win.
Okay, so
it kind of falls on Ryan, which Ryan shows up to fight.
If Ryan's on his game, you got Ryan?
I got Ryan.
Then the conversation shifts as Mikey Garcia gives a balanced and thoughtful take on the matchup. He does not rush to pick sides, but instead puts the spotlight back on Ryan himself. In his eyes, the biggest question is not talent, it is preparation and mindset. He makes it clear that when Ryan is locked in, sharp, and disciplined, he is a serious problem for anyone. But this is the kind of fight where showing up at anything less than his best could cost him everything. Barrios will be steady and ready from the first bell, so there is no room for a slow start. In the end, Mikey believes the outcome hangs on one thing alone: which version of Ryan Garcia steps into that ring.
Hey, who do you think is gonna win in the fight, Ryan Garcia or Mario Barrios?
I think Ryan Garcia, bro. Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
And I think this is his chance, you know? I hope he's working hard because
he is, bro.
Yeah,
he is.
okay. Because this is his chance to be a world champion.
The momentum of the discussion shifts again when Andy Ruiz Jr. gives his prediction. He speaks with quiet confidence, backing Ryan to get the job done when it matters most. Ruiz knows what it feels like to shock the world, so his words carry weight. He believes Ryan's speed and sharp combinations can create openings that Barrios may struggle to handle. There is a sense that he sees something explosive waiting to happen under the bright lights. Still, he understands it will not be easy, and that timing will be everything. If Ryan finds his rhythm early, Ruiz feels the fight could swing hard in his favor before anyone expects it. As fight night approaches, the hype and tension are at an all-time high. Experts and past opponents are split, some trusting Barrios' discipline and patience, while others back Ryan Garcia's speed and power to make the difference. The big question remains, which version of Ryan will step into the ring? Focused and sharp, or distracted and vulnerable? This fight is about more than skill. It's about preparation, mindset, and handling pressure under the brightest lights. One slip, one missed punch, could change everything in an instant. Both fighters have clear strengths, and the outcome will hinge on who executes their plan better. It promises to be an unforgettable clash. So, what do you think? Will Ryan's lightning speed be too much for Barrios to handle, or will Barrios' steady discipline wear him down? Could we see a knockout, or will the fight go the distance and be decided on points? Which fighter has the mental edge going into this high-stakes matchup? Who do you think will shock the world on Fight Night? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and tune in for more videos like this to stay updated on all the latest fight predictions and breakdowns.